Welcome into Extra Time. Thank you, as always, for your questions. Who was the best and the worst performer in the Champions League Day 1? Team, individuals?
Individuals, Lionel Messi.
Oh, yes.
Team, I'm going to continue giving Leon a whole lot of love.
Yeah.
I don't know who's worst.
Worst?
I don't know.
PSG. Neymar was bad, wasn't he?
Neymar would be the worst by his his ability, and Leon probably the best by its element of surprise against one of the favourites.
With City losing today, does it show Arteta doesn't have what it takes to be a head coach? That's Arsenal right going with Unai Emery.
No, well, Arsenal were right to go with Unai Emery or an experienced coach.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's because Man City didn't perform today. It's hardly the fault of a guy on the touchline on a one-off occasion.
Does it make a difference if your coach is in the stands? Is it a bit like having a substitute teacher in, like at school?
I felt so. I felt so. But I know we've had this discussion on the show. I can't remember what Craig said. Not everybody felt that way, but I felt that.
Yeah. Okay.
No. Never listened to any of them.
Right.
On the touchline. I had my instructions before the game. I had my teammates who were experienced, and we sort of managed it as we went along. I don't ever remember anything drastically changing by what somebody shouted from the technical area.
Do you think that's changed?
Only if the players are unable to work it out for themselves.
Right.
Would be what I would say. You see a lot of these coaches. You see a lot of these coaches in the sidelines, right? And they've been demonstrative. Arms and you know what it's for? Most of the time, it's for the camera.
Right.
For the camera. Oh, look at me. And then the fans are like, look at him, he's doing something. Most of the players are giving it the old rubber ear. Look at him, muppet. Look at that muppet showing off to the crowd again. Not all the time, but a lot of the time.
You can't imagine the City players going, look at that Muppet Pep there. There he is.
Well, I tell you, you say that, but I'm sure there have been times behind the scenes when they see a manager jumping about at the side, they think, oh, hold on a minute.
But you look at that City team, are there leaders within it? Like, you had strong characters in the teams that you played for.
Yeah,
would you really associate that with City?
I think Stones has got leadership quality. I think the company takes it upon themselves, and David Silva, I think they have. I just think that's the way Guardiola is.
Right.
Does it make a difference as a player? A lot of times, I personally don't. I never experienced it making a difference.
As a goalkeeper, surely doesn't make any difference. Make the save.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what we do. But
Come for crosses, make saves.
I felt it did.
Right. We agree to disagree.
Which is another stupid statement.
What is the best crowd stadium in the world? Vamos, Louisville City FC.
What?
Well, I presume Mike wants a shout out for Louisville City.
Okay.
And he's using this as a...
What is the best crowd
best
stadium?
crowd?
Best. Bernabeu, obviously, best stadium, given.
Well, given your ties. I've never been to it, so I don't know. I've been to the San Siro for a Milan derby. That was, although it's an old stadium, it's very good for atmosphere.
Old Firm, surely, when it comes to atmosphere for a game that you played in.
Not really, no.
Really?
Well, no, Old Firm's a great atmosphere.
Yeah. But games you played in, surely that was the...
Oh, played in?
Yeah.
Well, Scotland, England would be big.
Right. Scotland, Brazil must have been pretty intense as well.
Yeah, that was intense, but it wasn't a derby, obviously.
No, but it doesn't have to be a derby.
Stade de France, that game, so that
Stade de France.
Well, what do you want me to call it? I'll do the French around here. All right.
Jacques?
St James's Park was always good.
Yes.
That season.
That's true.
I always loved playing at Anfield.
Right.
I felt those fans were the best to play in front of.
And you played in the 4-3, yeah? Or did you sat on the bench in the 4-3?
Well, there were three. There were three? 2 or 3. I definitely played in one and just definitely on the bench for one.
Right.
I can't remember if there was a third. It might have been 3, you know.
Because there was Collymore one, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was on the bench for that one.
Right.
There was a second one at Anfield that yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot of good grounds around. I mean, you could go to South America and talk about atmospheres, and
Of course.
That Louisville City is
but I've not been there.
a hell of a ground in
Yes.
Louisville City.
That brings us to the end.
That wasn't many questions.
Oh, I would keep it brief. We've had a long day. Do you want to stay longer?
Are you producing again?
I can't make up questions.
Well, why have you only got 2?
He's
I've
got
got
to pawn
3.
his
I asked
Real
3
Madrid
questions.
shirt.
Did you ask 3?
Yes.
He's got to go and pawn his Real Madrid shirt.
That is it.
It's the day.
That's 3 questions.
Got to do what with it?
Put it on.
Might have it on, Shaq.
He's on a high. Right, he's on a high, I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Because he's wiped the floor with Steve Nicol in the fantasy football game on ESPN
Yeah,
FC.
he just wants to bring that up because he beat Julian.
Don't bring me into it. Don't bring me into it.
You keep bringing Craig into everything here.
Well,
I've noticed something here. You keep blaming Craig.
I may have
for
beat
everything.
Julian Laurent today.
there it is, see?
May have,
And
may
are
have
you,
kicked his backside today in that game.
are you growing a beard, Craig, or is that just a lazy, can't be able to shave from the homeless?
That'll be slightly lazy.
Lazy?
Well, I've also got a skin condition.
Oh, great. I'm glad I brought that up. Crikey. That is it. ESPN is back.
I'm not really. I sort of say that.
Moving along very quickly. We'll be back tomorrow. Craig, you're off, aren't you?
I'm coming
Yeah,
in.
you celebrating today?
What?
He's off to see the skin doctor.
I think that's a dermatologist, Shaq.
No, I'm going to see the skin doctor.